Hey y'all, this is AL Think Madame, and this is the recap review to a show called Love Locked. So, this is something that the Shade Room came out with, and I saw that they were doing promos for it, and I was like, I might actually watch that and do recap reviews on it. And, here we are. The first episode was released. I finally decided to sit down and watch it, and this is what came about. So let's go ahead and get into this. Just in case you have not even heard about this, this is a TV show that is surrounding 12 couples. All of them are black, and they have been all handpicked by two specialists. These people are supposed to be professional matchmakers. Their names are Chi Love and Uwa. I might be pronouncing their names incorrectly. I know that the guy is from Nigeria. I don't know where the woman is from, but he made a point to say, his background because of having to be able to navigate dating and all that stuff coming from somewhere else and then coming over here. You know what I'm saying? So it's completely different the way that the culture is set up when you date folks. So anyway, everybody that came to this house, they're like in a big mansion, it's the typical setup. And right now, everybody is going to just talk, and it's going to be the first impressions phase, and you're just getting to know everybody. So you're going around mingling, and pretty much these people do not know who they are supposed to be compatible with. But people will be eliminated one by one. I think it's like, I don't know if it's every single week or what, but I think every time there's an elimination, two people got to go. I guess it's a man and a woman. And you have to hope that the person that you are supposed to be compatible with is not going to be that person who is going to be gone. Now, there are men there. It seems like all the dudes are straight, but when they have shown the women, a lot of the women who were speaking a lot in their confessionals, they like women. So I don't know if any of them were set up with women in mind. But yeah, a lot of the women was like, well, some of these women, the dudes look nice, but a lot of these women, so I have no idea what's going on with that, but we go see. So the people have to be themselves, enjoy themselves. They outside around the pool, having fun, drinking, dancing, and all this other stuff. Y'all, they kept showing everybody one by one. And off rip, even before the conversation started, I already knew two dudes off rip that all the women was going to be living for. This dude named Jay and this dude named Naeem. Okay? You already know every time there is at least one person that everybody wants. And as of, recent years, there's usually like two. And in this case, there are two. And that's this dude, like I said, named Jay, and this dude named Naeem. So the dude Jay, he is dark chocolate and he has a beard. So I already knew. I mean, he ain't no ugly dude. So I was like, oh, they gonna live for that. They gonna live. They gonna get their entire life. Like, he ain't gonna have to do much of nothing. So I already know he was gonna get it. The dude Naeem, I saw him, I was like, okay, I can see that happening too. So as time went by and everybody started flocking to the two of them, I was like, oh, okay, that's what I thought. Y'all, people are now discussing what their love languages are. And, a couple of people seem like they're making connections. Whether they are connecting with the person who they are supposed to be compatible with, that is yet to be determined. But we're going to find out when this show over with. People are reading this one dude. I think his name is Fulio or Fulo or Foolie. I think it's Foolie. I don't understand. Like, if I'm not mistaken, like, only the dudes, most of the dudes have these ignorant nicknames. And I'm just like, you came on a show to find love. Why is this what you gave these people and said this is your name, like you want Flavor of Love or somewhere like that? Like, at least on those shows, we knew these people's real names 99% of the time. And then we were given the little nicknames or whatever. You just talking about some dude name is, I thought it was AO, but it's IO, but it's spelled like AO the way that people say AO. AYO. And I don't know if that's his name. That might actually be his name because I can't tell if he is from somewhere else or not. I can't tell. Like, it is what it is. I could tell the old boy who is the matchmaker was from somewhere else. I just didn't know where exactly. Or that he definitely had at least one parent that was something else. Like, definitely came from somewhere that was not over here in America. So anyway, I'm just like, okay, but still, I still said what I said. Like, I know that Fulo, or what I said was foolishness. What his name? Fool something. Fooly. Why? Them people was reading him. This one girl who she is problematic, and I really feel like they paid her, or they promised her something for her to be on this show because it's not making sense. But anyway, she read this man that said he had on a Chuck E. Cheese chain. The chain was doing the most. The chains that he had on was doing a lot, and I'm like, we paid more attention to them chains, and we was just looking like, sir, that is not what it's gonna be. That's not it. But he was getting his life wearing them chains, and I'm just like, nah. And trying to remember if it was him or Io, who I think it was the dude Io. He wasn't here for nobody. They went and did the confessional with him, and he just sitting there like, yeah, I'm here and I ain't into nobody and I don't like nobody. And he was just looking like he was looking. And then like later on, as this episode progressed, he was like, well, I think Tokyo looked good and, you know, her personality, and he liked this other girl too or whatever. So the person who I'm talking about, who gonna be problematic on this show for sure, for certain, is the heifer named Tokyo. And she thick. She is like the biggest woman that's there. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who's going to talk about this show, they are going to make mention of that. So she's considered to be plus size. She ain't big like me, but she is considered to be thick, big, or whatever. There are people who literally will call her fat. Like, and make it seem like she's my size. Like the way that they will put the emphasis on the fat for her when she's not. But anyway, to me, she's pretty. She's just so... like, I don't know if it's borderline arrogant, but she doing too much. Like, she feel like she up here. She was just like, you know, I'm just up at the top and then everybody else is just down here. And I was just like, ma'am. Then, you know, they made mention of, you know, when everybody was socializing, people were going from person to person, mingling. There were people talking. They were like, well, have you ever cheated? This one dude was like, yeah. And the dude tried to tell her she looked like she'd have cheated. And I was just like, woo, child. The woman Tokyo in the confessional, like, yeah, I cheat. If the dude ain't gonna come here and do right by me, I'm gonna be out here cheating. It is what it is. I was just like, why would you want to be in that toxicity? I'm not understanding. Like, if they want to be trash, be done with them, heal from that, and move on in the hopes of finding somebody who is going to do right by you so you don't feel like, let me do what they doing to me. Nobody should have to feel like that. Now, I ain't going to sit up here and try to make it seem like I ain't never felt like that before. I have felt like that. In my last relationship, I felt like that. I was like, oh, he cheating. I should do that too. But I never went through with it. No matter what he wants to assume has happened, because nothing has ever happened. I ain't never been out there busting it wide open, telling him bring it back like he was. So let's just be clear. But yeah, she feels like, oh, well, if he gonna cheat, I'm gonna cheat back. I was like, why? Why do you want to be a part of the toxicity? I don't understand. Despite the fact that people are here for Naeem, people don't want to get close to him because apparently he stank. Like, apparently he musty. And then, like, they had, like, several women to say something, like, talking about there was a smell being omitted. And that's why people were staying away from him. And I was just like, what you mean? Somebody said something about onions. And then they showed him in the confessional. And he was like, you know, I don't know about all that. But if I am, then, I mean, I ain't know. I'm looking like, how you gonna smell yourself? Like, shoot, let me see. Y'all excuse me. I just want to do this. This is free promotion and press for this company. Playpits.com This is my one that I always get, and that's it. Queen. This is the adult woman's version. This stuff is everything. I've been trying to get the owner, Chantel, to create a perfume or whatever. I already got a lotion, all that stuff. She had a body butter or whatever that she did, but she mainly does deodorant. They have King, and there are women who prefer the King or whatever. Like, she likes that over Queen. They have other fragrances and things like that. When I say fragrance, I'm talking about the way that this smells. Some of them have a citrus type of accent to it or whatever, undertone and all that good stuff to it. A lot of them apparently have a lot of citrus going on with it, whether it's a lemon, orange, stuff like that. Cool, do what you do. But I was like, let me see what this is hitting for. And I have purchased over 6 containers. I have at least 4 containers on me right now of this. Playpits.com, go get you some. This will actually serve as a detox. If you have never detoxed under your arms need to be purged or whatever junk you got going on in your body, because it's not going to work. You're going to think it's not working, and it is. I had been detoxing for over 10 years. So when I actually first started using this, it was everything. So I smell like nothing, which is like this. I smell like this, or I smell like nothing under my arms. Get you some playpits.com in your life. Get this deodorant. It is everything. Black-owned business. Go ahead and support that. It's everything. $12 each. It lasts. You ain't got to do nothing but 1 swipe or 2 if you feel a little bit frisky. Do what you do. So anyway, not trying to read him. I had issues. I actually did a video on that. Other people who've been here for a while, they already know. I'm not shy about that. I've had issues, and I have tried everything under the sun. This is the first thing outside of what I have been using for myself for 10 plus years that actually stopped the funk, because I was rubbing under my arms until they were raw and nothing was happening. And I was trying everything and then some before I was finally able to get somewhere. So anyway, I ain't reading nobody. If that is the case with him, he need to get him some of that. Get you some of that King. Order that. Playpits.com. PLAYPITS.com. Telling you, it's everything. They are based out in Georgia. I think it's Atlanta, Georgia. If I'm not mistaken, get you some. So anyway, everybody been mingling and doing what they doing. The relationship experts came outside. I was talking to them, and they was like, y'all go and get rested. Tomorrow, y'all gonna have an intimate day ahead of y'all. Y'all excuse the lighting because it is beginning to rain again, and it's getting heavier and heavier, and I'm losing light. But I don't want to turn the light on. It is what it is. So anyway, so they went and talked amongst themselves, and this is Chai Love and Uwa, Chi Love. It's either Chi or Chai. And Uwa, they went and spoke amongst themselves, and they had taken notes. They had been, watching behind the scenes what was going on. Some of the stuff I didn't see that they brought up. They were discussing the red flags that people had. They were discussing the love languages that people expressed. There were people who loved affirmations. There were people who loved the touch and all that good stuff. There were some guys who went over to the bartenders and were flirting with them, asking for their numbers and everything else, instead of paying attention to the people who were supposed to be here, that you are going to be connecting with, who you are supposed to be with, who they deem to be somebody that you actually supposed to connect with. But you over here talking to the staff. Why? Like, they really was over here flirting with the bartenders. And I was just like, sirs, y'all doing too much. Of course, they brought up the cheating because there were quite a few people who they are serial cheaters. So that is a pattern, and that's an issue. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on. So they have a resident private investigator. This man's name is Dorian Bond, and they had him to come in, and they wanted to know, like, did he, find anything out? Like, what is going on? So we already know about people who have been admitting that they have cheated and all this other stuff. And he actually said that there are some people up in there lying about their ages and whether or not they have kids. And that's the end of the episode. But they gave us a preview, and we were hearing people saying that, okay, like, is everybody here single or not? And I think Naeem has a whole girlfriend or something. They kept showing him outside privately on his cell phone talking to somebody, but he was like, hey y'all. But anyway, like I was saying, I was in the middle of doing something. I forgot that I had to do something and it ended up messing me up. So anyway, Naeem apparently has a girlfriend, and like people are really tired in their spirit already, because it's like, you see all these people are here for you. Why you want to sit up here and try to make it seem like you don't know what it's hitting for? Like, let everybody know what it is. Bring everything to the table. Now, if you are into polygamy and all that other stuff, let that be known so that people will know. We don't know if you're in an open relationship with your girlfriend. So if you coming on there and that's what it is, they don't know that. They do not know that. So you got to let that be known if that's what the situation is, and let them be deciding as to whether or not that's what they want to. Let them people decide if that's what they want to do. I hate when people bring a situation up and they done caught feelings for you and you doing the most. And it's like, you already knew what it was, but then you want to catch an attitude when they looking at you like, all right, you doing the most. You done did the most. I didn't know what was going on. Then it's like, well, how dare you? It's like, what you mean, how dare you, when you the one who tried me? You didn't tell me the truth off rip. But anyway, y'all, this is finna be some foolishness. It's about to be some foolishness all up and through here. It's really finna be some foolishness, y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the recap review of this. If you don't know where to catch it, you can go like I did and go on the IGTV Instagram part of the Shade Room and catch it. I guess they're gonna post it up there every week, because that's where I called it at. Anyway, y'all have a good one, and I'll talk to y'all later on. Be safe out there.